Hi, welcome to Kitty's Corner. I'm Jerry. I'm your host. Well, I went to bed last night thinking about the Red Sox getting one hit shutout against, and we'll get to that, and woke up to the trade. Connelly Early, who I really like, what's not to like? He's beloved among his teammates, has been dealt to Washington, to the Nationals, in favor of Curtis Mead. I must admit, I didn't know much about Curtis Mead before this trade happened. I did a lot of research on him after, of course. He's been around. He's 25 years old. This is his third team. But he has 17 home runs. And had he played in Fenway, he'd have a few more because his outs at Washington Nationals or in the other places would be home runs at Fenway Park. So he's a dead right-handed hitting. He's 6'1", 220, pull hitter. So let's do this. Let's act like Major League General managers who don't really worry so much about what they gave up, but think about what they got. And the Red Sox now have a stick to put in their lineup that can have additional power. Before this home run, before this trade, they only had Willie Abreu and Wilson Contreras. Now they have another hitter. Where he'll play is going to be a question. I could see him being used against left-handed pitchers as a DH. Against right-handed pitchers, they like Yoshida. He's a good hitter, but not much of a power hitter. So it'll be interesting to see how they maneuver with that. Second base, shortstop, not shortstop, but second base, third base. We'll have to wait and see. But that's the first trade. I don't think it'll be the last. They probably go out and get another arm, whether it's a guy like Luke Weaver, somebody like that. I don't think we'll see another big marquee trade for a hitter, but you never know. One thing that was reported by Alex Spear of the Boston Globe was that last year at the trade deadline, and everybody was upset last year that the Red Sox didn't get Joe Ryan of the Minnesota Twins. Well, they had a trade for him, as it turns out, and they thought they had the deal. And it was Peyton Tolley and Franklin Arias going to the Twins for Joe Ryan. Thank God the Twins didn't make that deal. Right now, Tolley's stats are virtually the same as Joe Ryan's. And Franklin Arias is now the number 2 prospect in all of baseball. A shortstop who could probably be the Red Sox shortstop for the next 10 years. And seeing that they got the right-handed stick without having to trade him in a Zach Neto trade or something like that, probably all well and good. So be careful what you wish for. Sometimes the best trades you make are the ones you don't make. And I think that's going to be the case in this situation. All right. Yesterday, the Red Sox played the Toronto Blue Jays. This is why I thought Friday's game was so big, because Toronto had their 3 stud pitchers all lined up against the Red Sox. And they beat Yurcevich they got a win for Friday night. It wasn't against Yurcevich, who lucked out when Weiser gave up the 3-run bomb to Okamoto. But they did get the win. And Saturday, it was Sonny Gray who gave a clinker. He gave up 5 runs in the third inning. He was in trouble in the first 2 innings. He was bailed out by a fabulous play by Raffaella, who made a diving catch and doubled the runner off second. But in the third inning, he got the first 2 outs, and then 4 or 5 straight hitters. He had 0-2. And base hit, and 5 runs came across. And that was really the story. Along with the other story, which was Dylan Cease was just too good yesterday. He allowed 1 hit throughout the entire day by Montecchio, who hit a double, or they would have been no hit. They were shut out. Could have been a home run at the end of the game by Connor Wong in the 9th, but it was ruled foul. The Red Sox challenged it, and it was upheld that it was foul. So, but be that as it may, tip of the cap to Dylan Cease. He was fantastic. He's a good pitcher. He started the All-Star game. He got the better of Sonny Gray yesterday, and we move on. Today, you're going to see the Red Sox throwing out Ranger Suarez. He'll be on a pitch count. He hasn't pitched in a while. And, I'm a little bit worried because he's a pitcher that needs to be sharp. He doesn't have overwhelming fastball where he could just blast it by somebody. And he hasn't pitched in at least 15, 16 days. So we'll see what effect that has on him. And if he hangs a few against these guys, it could be rough. the Toronto Blue Jays will counter with Gosman. I've always liked him. I liked him when he was with the Orioles. I wanted the Red Sox to get him. I wanted him to go to the Red Sox when he was with the Giants, and now he's with Toronto. He could be dealt in the next week. There could be a fire sale from Toronto, depending on how this game and the next few games go. When talking with the Toronto Blue Jay players, they all have the same thing that they're saying. Boston Red Sox, we can do it too. So don't give up on us yet. We'll see what the people at the Rogers Center agree with that or not, because it's tough to hold on to some guys that are aging, and you're not sure. Guys like George Springer, guy like Gosman, those guys could get dealt. So one other thing I want to take a look at, we had how the teams in the division did yesterday. I didn't know we're in the league. I've been following that, and I'm going to continue following it for you every day. The two teams closest to the Red Sox, Cleveland and Seattle, both lost. So that was good. We didn't lose any ground there. But everybody else won. The Yankees won, Tampa Bay won, Minnesota won, Houston won, Baltimore won, and of course Toronto won. So they lost some ground. It got a little tighter at the back end, and we'll see how they can do today. After today, the Red Sox, by the way, Meade will not be there today. That must be rough. The trade was made around midnight last night, and you get the call, hey, I know you got a home here in Washington, but we just dealt you to Boston. Same for Connelly Early. Getting the news that late. It'd be one thing if it was like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning. I imagine you don't do much sleeping the rest of the day. And he's got to figure out where the heck he's going to go, whether he's going to go to Boston to catch the flight to the West Coast or just go right to the West Coast. And who's going to pack up his house, things like that. I don't know whether he's married or not. So a lot of things go into these trades, and you hope for the best for these guys. Anyway, that's what today looks like. Sox going off in about 7 minutes, and hopefully they can come back with a win. That would be a big one. They go to Oakland. No, they don't go to Oakland. They go to Sacramento tomorrow, and for a 4-game set against the woeful Sacramento A's. Hopefully they can take 3 out of 4 there and get back on the winning track and solidify their playoff position. They're still in the second wildcard spot, so we'll have to wait and see. So that's our show for today. Once again, if you like the show, picked up another subscriber yesterday, give us a like, give us a subscribe, leave a comment. We love them, and we'll talk to you soon. Go Red Sox.